Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the HollingsWorthless program. I am one of your hosts, Big Irish J. Hollingsworth, and as always, we have the usual suspects, the crew, the Hooligoons, the Fab Four are all here. First, we got Sean, the Mechanable McCann.
It's currently 105 degrees in Seattle.
Woo. And we have the co-host, Manulus Rojas Martin Junior.
Hello, everybody. Good to be here.
And Responsiphil, aka the Masclot, aka Motown Philly, aka SeaTac Philly, aka T-Town Philly, aka the Philanthropist, aka
he's melting because it's too hot. Phil Fox like the animal. Hey, I'm hot. I'm melting. It's hot in Seattle. I'm very, very warm.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
So, no lie, right before this show started, I said to something that Phil said, he some stupid joke, and I said, yuck, might have been fired, but a huge miss, like barrel pointed in the air style. Gross. And right before a show, I can see the theme tonight is unfunny. I was right.
Hi, Phil.
About it. Hey, how's it going? Hello. Hi.
Hey, Phil.
Yo, what's up?
I was going to say hair looks great, but can't see it. Before we get into it, Manny doesn't know this or was asking what it was about. Can you, Phil and Sean, explain the jerseys?
Okay, I will. So these are the instant classic jerseys from
yes.
There it is.
Jay's show when we went out to St. Louis to tape the show. Instant Classic is, I don't know if we're giving this up, but Instant Classic is the name of the special, and these are like the commemorative jerseys Jay got everybody. Pretty dope.
Wow.
Mic drop.
Yeah, I got everybody like of their favorite baseball team a jersey, and it just says classic on the front, their name on the back, and then the year 21.
Damn.
I'm tweeting out that we're live, by the way, right now.
That's what the 21 meant.
Oh, fuck. I don't even want to hear that right now.
I didn't
Can't
know
hear
what
that.
the 21 meant. I was like, that's an arbitrary number to choose.
Oh wait, you know what? No, Sean, in Phil's defense, I think we talked about that when we were filming the B-roll shit.
What are you doing? No, just let him see. Let him root around in that
he wasn't there.
slush.
Remember, he wasn't there at the B-roll.
Oh, got it. Yep. Exactly. So
Apparently
21
I missed
just
that.
stands for how many minutes he was late to everything.
Oh, God.
Hey, quick question from the people who are just tuned in. How does everybody's video look right now? Because we're trying to figure that out. Is Jay's really super pixelated and everybody else is good, or is that just what we're seeing?
Yeah, because it's
I mean, you look like you're on dial-up.
Yeah, it looks like
That's so wild.
56K.
I'm curious, what everybody says,
Why don't
because
you
I'm
dial
getting
me up?
where are our jerseys, Jay? Well, Victoria, you got to earn it, John is correct. Jay is from 1983. I don't know what the fuck's going on because I am here. I mean, I'm on. I'm plugged in. I'm not even on Wi-Fi. And
you're good.
At least you sound good.
Yeah. You sound beautiful.
that's weird, dude.
Wish you looked that way.
Oh, very hurtful.
I'm stuttering. Everyone else looks great. I don't get what is happening.
But what about his camera, though?
Man. Well, let's just jump straight into it.
Victoria said she already did earn it. I mean, Victoria, let's hold on. All right, we got so much stuff. Let's get into it. There's some topics in here. I don't even know what the fuck. Who's Megan Rapinoe?
Exactly.
That's soccer, right? Female soccer.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't start with that though, because let's start on a happy note.
Yeah, because I was gonna say last week was a bit of a barn burner.
Yeah, it was heavy.
So, let's start with a little bit of the weather.
Yeah.
Weather talk. We did that. Do you think certain states will be unlivable at some point?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm in one right now.
I was hoping we were going to die before global warming became real.
Yeah, I
You know?
was kind of on the same boat. I was thinking like 100 years maybe, but no, it feels like in the next 10 to 15 this shit is going to be ridiculous. I mean, what, Arizona is out of control. I think I had a buddy who was in 120. So, and that was
Jesus.
What do you
It's
think,
hot,
Sean?
man.
I had a buddy that was in 112. It was a pretty good group.
No, wait a minute. If I remember, isn't that where the players dwell? I'm trying to remember. I can't remember.
Peaches and cream.
I also like 98 degrees.
Ugh.
We
Yeah,
are not
112 is
we
hotter.
are not in sync today at all.
What I don't understand is like,
Put these
you know,
jokes on the back street. Oh, come on. It was not bad. It was there.
Usually it's the timing.
Oh,
Usually.
okay.
Oh man.
John, what is it? Usually
The
it's the what?
Timing.
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 God damn it. What I like, we all have AC, right? Except Manny, you don't have AC. Phil, do you have
Oh.
AC?
Yeah.
He has AIDS.
yes, in my room,
Yeah,
yes.
and we all have AIDS. Or
I was able to. So I mean, I guess I had a AC unit in the closet from a few years ago, and I hooked it up, and so man, it's all good.
Oh, okay. So you're good.
When is it going to come out?
Oh,
sorry.
I see what you did
I'm
there.
sorry. I'm
Is
just
this
gonna
really
quit.
it? We're
I'm gonna- yeah, I'm
6:39 in.
I'm gonna quit today. I'm gone. I'm just gonna
Jesus.
check out.
To everybody watching this, we just want to say that Phil has worked 10 hours today and in the scorching heat, so he may not be up firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, my brain is fried.
Like, I'm in Vegas. It's 99 degrees right now, but
God damn.
I have the AC run 24/7, like at like 60 degrees. But how did people fucking live in these areas before AC? Like, how? I don't get how.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I
More
think
water,
about
lake.
let's think about the states that are really probably the worst. Nevada, thinking desert. Arizona, it's ridiculous, and then parts of LA. Shit, I don't know.
Sean.
I just realized how boring this conversation is. It just hit me just now. I just realized it. Yeah,
but
it's
you gotta
fucking
think
hot.
back in the 50s and shit, right? They had pools everywhere. That was the thing, man. Like everybody would go to the pool. You'd have the hot lifeguard there, whether it be a male or female, and that's just what you did, right? That's how
hung
you
out at
cooled
the
off.
all-white pools. Yeah. And so-
Let's give real quick. Let's give a shout out to everybody that's in here: Natasha Vincent, Jamila Bailey, Sandy J, Victoria, Carla Allen, Robert Audrey Jr. Who else?
Quakenbush,
Sanders Robinson,
Dale.
Big Chris.
Andrea J. Barnett,
Sanders.
Quakenbush. What's up, Quakenbush Dale? Did I miss anybody? B.S. Jeffrey, of
Yes,
course.
Jeffrey, yep.
K. Ioka. And
Divine Equinox 13. Did you say that one?
Oh, I just saw it. Divine.
Michael
Yeah.
K.
Is it Equinox or Equinox?
I did read this that was actually pretty cool about global warming. They found that, I guess, if lightning strikes, when they happen, they clear the atmosphere of CO2. So I don't know if that'll help, the whole thing. But
Really?
yeah. So apparently scientific
Big deal.
recent update was that lightning strikes are clearing the atmosphere a little bit. So if they could find out how to do something, I think at some point in the future we'll have to do something about making weather as opposed to waiting on shit to happen. I mean, with the polar ice caps melting, we're fucked. So
Yeah.
Isn't that what they do with the chemtrails?
dude, my mother-in-law is all on that shit. She's like, no, there's the chemtrails, and I was like, no, it's not. Jesus.
Well, I mean, what they think that people purposefully go up into the sky with the jet and release those things to try to control the weather? Is that the conspiracy?
Or people's moods.
Yeah,
They try to control people's moods.
just like the whole the water making us gay from what is
Fluoride.
it? The fluoride. Yeah.
Definitely drank some of that.
That's why you drink it like this.
God, I wish your camera worked.
Right?
Oh,
What are you talking about? Here's the thing I was gonna say, because I found out about this place here locally called Fluff and Fold here in
All
Vegas. And they will, they literally come, they get your laundry.
Oh,
You tell them, you put them in the bags like how you want this one, cold water, no fabric softener, whatever. They go do it, and within like 2 or 3 hours, they bring it back to you. Minimum 10 pounds.
Okay.
So and it's $2 a pound. So minimum $20. Wrinkles. Stop.
Fluff and Fold actually sounds like the dating service that Phil was hooking up with in his grandparents' backyard.
Jesus.
Come over here and fluff me up.
So I did it today because I've been feeling like shit because I don't know if it's sinuses or what, but if I was rich, I would use this exclusively. If they're good, this is my first time using them, so we'll see what happens. I wanted to know, what would all of your like rich person thing be, or what would be the one thing if money didn't matter? What would you do? Like as far as chores that you'd never want to do again.
Oh, I know Sean's.
What?
He would have ladies clean the royal penis. Yep.
Oh, look at that. I was thinking, though, on that note, it'd be great to have people surround me wherever I am with fans. Just fan me down. And dude, the other thing, too, is on the real, though, I would love if somebody came like once a week and picked up my car and washed it and brought it back. I think that'd be great. I don't want
one.
So the third one, the eighth one, and the Jeep.
And the eight that are not the Jeep, what kind of cars are those?
Those are BMWs, each of those.
Okay.
One for each day of the week. I got 8 of those.
Understood. And then an extra one in case you want to.
One for Saturday night. Amazing vehicles. I suggest everybody test drives one. I know we can't all afford them, but I suggest everybody test drives one at least.
Which one? Which one specifically?
I'd go with the 740 IL.
Ooh.
So also, there was one other thing I was going to add to that, and now I can't remember. So enjoy.
A lot
each
of people
other.
are saying chef, that's a chef would be nice. Like you,
yeah,
you don't ever have to worry about food. It's freshly made, and oh god,
Yeah, I never thought about
good.
that.
Yeah,
That'd be
and I
pretty
mean,
sweet.
you think about it, you could probably have healthy food and make it taste great. What about you, Phil?
I always thought gardener for me because when I grew up, I always had to fucking weed. That was like, I mean, whether
Do you
I
still weed?
I don't weed really now, no, but I just like it's trauma from my,
So
when
you
my
want,
childhood.
You want to be rich to afford a weeder, and you want a time machine to go back so you don't have to do it as a child. I'm talking about now. What do you do now?
That's what I mean. I mean, I imagine in the future when I have a house and I'll have to do the weeding. It will mean I made it if I have a gardener. You know what I mean? I will feel like I made it if I have a gardener. But yes, now currently in this moment of time.
yeah,
I mean,
that's the
sure.
question.
Chef would be great.
Phil's is he would pay somebody to go up on stage and tell his jokes for him.
You could hire
Personal
somebody to think
driver?
for him,
I
so
don't
he
know.
doesn't say.
Yeah,
Sasha-
if I had ridiculous money, I would pay somebody to do my job for me. Just send emails.
Do my job for it. Isn't
You're
that
rich.
funny? I'm so rich that I have somebody do my job for me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Chauffeur though.
Natasha brought up a great point. Do you want to read this one, Sean?
K. Oh, sorry, the one on here. I was looking over here. How
All right.
provincial? Oh yeah, how provincial of Jay to assume Sean only has 8 cars. The golf. She gets us. She gets us.
A lot of people have been saying chef, personal trainer, who moves my body parts for me. Andy J.
Michael nailed it.
Phil
So-
will have that gardener leaf below
So
him.
So I've actually used a vacuum cleaner before.
Wait, hold on.
Oh,
On.
wow.
Hold on.
Wow.
Okay.
So
and
first
you're not
off-
rich.
First off, before we get into this story, we had our episode last week. I mentioned for anybody that listened that my folks were watching. They absolutely were watching. They could be watching now. Doubt it. Why do you doubt it, Sean? This is because I had a conversation with them after. So
Oh,
they said, it's a great I love watching you. I love watching everybody talking stuff. But who's the guy up there in that corner next to Jay? He says so much. And I was like, what do you mean? And it was all about like, there's just things he talks about himself, like that I just can't know. And I said, no, I get that. I get that.
Speaking
And
of
that
which,
was it.
so you used a
Go ahead.
vacuum cleaner on your dick, Phil.
yeah. So I
Yeah.
I had a one of those garage the industrial size vacuum cleaners, not just the
Okay,
household
we
one,
get
right?
it. You got a huge dick. We get it.
But
It wasn't a handheld.
so you take you it's not, you're not putting it in the fucking you'd chew up your dick. But it was the tube thing, right?
Do different
And
hand gestures.
when it's sucking, right? You I don't know. I had heard about people doing this, and I was like, well, if I use this size, you know what I mean, it won't get stuck. And so, you don't even have to get aroused. It'll do all the work for you. So you just let it. You got to make sure you don't let it all the way get you, because then everything's getting sucked up, and that doesn't feel very good. So you got to keep just the right amount. Yeah, it's a good ratio of how far you have to hold it away, but it'll do the job. It'll get it in there.
Good. So what's the? Because I'm not in this world. Like, what's the hottest vacuum brand? Like, what's that one that really gets you going? Like, you walk by an Ace True Value, you just get just the biggest hard on. What's up, ladies?
I have the Home Depot.
Vacuums?
The Home Depot brand, and it does the job. I haven't done this in a while.
HD
but
for the hand D.
what happens is it vibrates, right? It goes back and forth, and your tallywhacker hits it back and forth inside the pipe, and I guess that's what really gets. That's how you just come eventually, and no cleanup. No cleanup at all. It's very convenient
for people listening. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, interesting that this comment came up as you're talking about Phil getting his dick sucked by a vacuum. But Kay said, "Can we admire how clean Phil's room is?"
Very clean, I do have to admit.
He's like, "Yeah, I vacuumed my dick and my room today."
Well, you get so. We all understand, because I think something just got passed over here in the story, is that we're all aware that these
shop vac. That's right.
Shop vacs don't have bags, and they also have a filtration system.
Yeah.
All right,
it's hitting the filter, man. For sure.
So now, as that heats up, it just smells like cum in the house.
Jesus.
Not that I noticed.
Why does it smell like Elmer's glue in the house?
I will say, at least the room, got cleaned, and I finished with a happy ending. So.
All right.
Yeah, I do have to admit, though, I think that the fluff and fold, that would be an amazing thing, because I literally just folded clothes, and yeah.
Yep, there you go. Thanks for bringing that around, man.
Just like
all right.
Wrapping it up like the extension cord.
Natasha said you're not worried about getting dirt in your urethra. Okay, I still love you, Phil.
You wipe it with a damp paper towel first. We're not getting dirt up in there.
Phil's the kind of person that would be having sex outside. His dick would fall in dirt, and he'd put it right back in because he didn't care.
And dude, you're also Phil doesn't get into the details of things, because that would require thought. Premeditation.
Chris, what an interesting air freshener you have. What is that intriguing aroma?
Jesus. This is the worst. Next.
All right. We didn't talk about Mayron, did we?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Didn't we?
Oh, and if there's new developments about is this about the Just for Laughs thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't talk about it at all.
Yeah, no, we talked about it on a previous
episode. We totally talked about it.
Was I not here?
No,
there's that memory.
Okay, no, just so you know what that is, because I want him to own this moment. So hold on a second. This is first, remember that he talks about his comedy career, like he's a comedian. You guys know that. Everybody knows that that's listening. So I was reading some story, and there's this thing with two comedians who went on Conan, like they were double booked, and then they both did their sets at the exact same time. So I was like, holy shit, somehow I missed this 10 years ago. And I sent it out in our little group chat. What?
Did you?
Yeah, that's what happened. What do you mean?
Yeah.
No, okay, what do you think happened?
No, I mean, if you're friends with a lot of comedians, it was a pretty popular video at the time. I have to imagine it got passed around to you at some point in time, and you probably watched it.
Not to play devil's advocate, but I didn't see it. That was my first time checking it out. It was fucking hilarious.
So then Jay's like, oh, yeah. And then Manny watched it. Ha, ha, ha. That was hilarious. And then this is what comedian Phil said. You already saw that video, Sean. It's just your memory fading at your age. So then Jay said, oh, shit, shots fired. And then as you remember, I reply with yuck. Might have been fired, but huge miss, like a barrel pointed in the air style. Gross. So then later, his response was, whether it was funny or not, it's okay, Sean, because by tomorrow you won't remember this happened. And then he thought by throwing an exclamation mark on the end, that made it funny.
Oh
Yeah,
my
you
God.
guys are all like, everybody right now is like, Sean, I don't understand nothing you said made any sense. Yep. Now you know what I feel like.
Oh, okay. All right. It's all right. Yeah, I'm sure you feel that way every day. Real
Because
foggy, clouded.
foggy,
You know
cloudy.
what I mean? Yeah,
Right.
yeah. It's okay.
Okay,
You'll
so
snap back.
all right, so
Oh God,
we
it
did
actually
talk about
hurts
maybe-
the inside of my skin, not the outside that I can touch, but if you can feel inside, it hurts there.
Yeah, I think the whole gist of it was we talked about how he ran the Just for Laughs New Faces, and he basically Mayron ruined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mayron, who's on an old episode where he read Phil. Let me see. Manny, you got a finger up the tutor.
Oh, actually, no finger in the tutor. Just a whole wand that like curves in your colon.
Oh, that's better.
So, yeah.
Were you awake for it? Were you awake for it?
I woke up at the very end of it. So yeah, I got a colonoscopy. That shit was crazy. Like, so they got me this thing called movie prep, and I was gonna do fucking Boo, but I was on the toilet for like just 48 hours, which was awful. But yeah, it just turned out to be a hemorrhoid. So there's $1,000 at least to know that I'm all healthy.
Wait.
Shit.
So you got this because of a hemorrhoid? You were like, I'm having something's wrong, and so you were like, I need a colonoscopy, and they're like, oh, it's just a hemorrhoid.
Dude, yeah. So like, I had the hemorrhoid, and then after Chadwick Boseman died, I was like, fuck that. I need to know that I'm okay, you know. And so I just like in my head, when you have something happen like that back there, like not to be gross to the fans or anything, but when you see like blood on your ass, like come out of your ass, you're just like, oh shit,
Bleeding
it's
penis.
like so.
Oh, I'd
yeah.
probably call up a medical professional.
Yeah, exactly. And
Sure.
my doctors were all like, "Oh, it's probably just a hemorrhoid." And I was like, "Fuck that!" You know what I mean? It's my mind went to the worst place and was like, "Oh, it's probably cancer. It's probably this."
Oh yeah.
And
How
then
do you
so
react to that, Phil?
I was just well. What I'm curious about is you said you woke up as the procedure was
Oh,
kind of ending. So when
yeah.
it was still in there, what did you think about the feeling? How did
Good
you?
God, dude. You're weird, bro.
well, you know what the thing was? I was still kind of like groggy, and I literally I was sitting there and I was like looking at the like camera go through the tunnels. So Manny's proctologist may not be the best, but he's up there. Stephen Ward.
Like I just wonder if it was like a nail. You step on a nail and you're like, oh God, and you go as fast as you can to rip it out. Like you were aware something was in your ass, so you just go for it, just like, oh God, rip it out, or.
I was
like, oh no, that's fine. I'm kind of comfortable with it there.
I think you live a different life, man. I don't know if he's aligned.
Yeah, I was way too like groggy. Like I literally was just coming out of like anesthesia, so I was just kind of like, ugh. And then I looked up at my asshole in HD, and I was like, so
everything's good though. They got rid of it, or
yeah, I mean they looked through everything, and everything was great. So but the only thing is, it's like, now they're recommending people at the age of 45 get them, and it's just. I think with Chadwick Boseman, like for some reason, younger people are getting colon cancer, and it's good to know, man. But that movie prep and that whole cleansing yourself, holy shit! Like Crystal was like, she made me a science experiment. She was like, can we weigh you before and after? I like lost 5 pounds.
Wow,
Shit was crazy, and it was like not to be gross, but I was pissing out of my ass for a while.
Oh yeah, isn't it like barium or something you drink?
Yeah,
a whole bunch of
it was like
garbage?
this huge like. It tasted like lemony, and it was like a huge.
Like they're trying to help out with the taste.
Yeah, it was awful.
Was it
So,
barium?
I don't know if it was barium, but it's called movie prep. So MOVIPREP. So if you look
Prep.
it up,
Let's
that
all
shit-
go to the movies.
it's so funny because Jay was like, "You think you could do fucking Boo?" I was like, I was literally sitting assed out, like just naked on the toilet, just like regretting my life.
Ugh.
God. This
all right,
segment
what's the-
brought to you by Cologuard.
Yeah,
Oh, actually-
seriously.
Really quick, let's do a PSA. Our PSA. Sean, are you
Oh,
ready?
yeah.
Oh,
First,
I'd like to bring us in.
Phil, can you give us the song?
Uh-oh. What's that? Could it be? It's happening. It's public Sean announcement.
I don't know how you remember that because it's so not to be a dick. It's so unmemorable though, and I don't know
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yes.
he's not old, Sean.
No, that's
I
right.
have a very sharp
Key.
memory. I can remember everything.
Okay, take it easy.
Like an elephant.
Yeah, so this is I didn't hear that. So this is the PSA for today. It's just going to be a touch longer, but not too long. I think we're in this place right now. I'm going to help people out with what the First Amendment means, because you see so many videos of people preaching First Amendment and like, I have a right to be here. This is a public place. Blah blah blah. So let's just remember, and I'm not telling anybody watching, because everybody here, we're all smart, so we know what this means. This is for us maybe to just have a way to talk to our friends and family about it. So when we have discussions around things, we don't sound like complete idiots. So here's what it is. Okay, the First Amendment includes a bunch of things, including freedom of speech and freedom of religion, or religious freedom, right? And also freedom of the press. All these things are around the government. Here it is. Here it comes. That the government cannot interfere with these things. The government cannot interfere, meaning that the government can never say, if we call America the state, right, in that context, the state can never come in and say that this state is a Catholic state, meaning, everybody in America is Catholic, or they can't come in and say, you can't say this, you can't say that. The government can't. When you go into a privately owned facility, be it a fucking grocery store at Ralph's, or it's the post office, or well, no, that's not true. Or it's it's a field, like you're going to watch a football game, or any number of things that are owned by somebody else. You cannot go in there and say or do whatever you want. It is a privately owned company open to the public. It is not a public place. So if you ever, or your friends or family ever feel like you want to say, this is a public place, I can film here if I want. I can rip my camera out and I can film if I want. No, you can't. At Walmart, no, you can't. At Fred Meyer, no, you can't. Name a place, no, you cannot. Freedom of expression, freedom of speech, freedom of religion. This is all that the state cannot intervene. But private companies are owned privately and are open to the public, not public places. So now that we all understand that, move on and be successful.
Phil?
And that was another public Sean announcement.
Dude.
I'm confused. What do you mean?
Boy.
No, there's no
Move
answers.
on.
There's no questioning.
It's just
We don't-
PSA.
we don't-
Just
we don't get
PSA.
that. Okay.
Can't
alright.
talk
It
back
doesn't answer
commercials.
back.
Yes.
That's fine. That's fine.
But if you want to talk, Phil, you could talk about our emails.
Ooh.
Wow.
A lot of enthusiasm.
All right.
Tangible.
Well, if it rains,
What is
well,
it? We're gonna do this because
Yeah.
I just think we have like a structure we usually do to the show.
Yeah.
I'd say I just did the PSA, which usually I do after the email. Now
That's
we
true.
should actually do the email like now,
Okay.
in case yeah,
Go ahead, Phil.
Oh, you ready? Okay.
ready.
If
Do the
it-
song.
Yeah, we have to start with the song and then we go. Yes.
You remember how it goes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I totally remember all the lyrics. Sharp
Get
So
it.
do I.
noodle. If it rains or if it hails, it never fails that we read our listener emails. Oh, yeah. We have an email today from somebody who's in the chat right now. And thank you for emailing in. This is from Stephen Ward. And Stephen, you know why we got your email? Because you emailed us at hwppod@gmail.com. That's hwppod@gmail.com. If you'd like something to be read, please send an email to us. All right.
You knew.
Before
You
I
knew.
completely
Yeah.
mess up my tongue, the subject is HWP question. Hey, Podobots.
Ooh,
What
I like
have-
it.
Yeah, what have been some of your best / most memorable I like that word. Open mic experiences from years past. Jay told about the Mr. Mookie one last week, but would love to hear others.
I watched that, dude. the
It was so
segue
good.
between the two, just I know you told the story on the podcast last week, but then I watched your video, and dude, I fell out when I saw that.
Yeah, it just
Oh,
like
good.
even you telling it just doesn't do it justice. Like
Oh.
if anybody hasn't seen it, please go watch the clip on Jay's Instagram.
Oh,
It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
Um,
Mr. Mookie, fucking, and Mr. Mookie is like he's so like lovable and likable,
He is.
and that little grin he has.
Oh, God.
I think I've told this one before, but one of my favorite open mic stories involves me and Phil. And we were just at we were at Comedy Underground. We had a set. We both crushed it. You know, like I don't even like to say crush. It just went really well, right? Everything was getting laughs, and literally we're leaving to go to another place, and Phil is just on cloud nine. He's like, dude, we're at a fucking another level. He was like, we're fucking killing it, man. He's like, you just don't understand, man. He was like, I was like, yeah, I mean, we did all right. He was like, no, you don't understand, Manny. We're fucking killing it. We're about to hit that next level. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool, Phil. And he just keeps on, hyping us up. So we go to the next open mic. I go up, do pretty well again. And then Phil goes up, fucking tanks, like just no laughter for like the whole 5 minutes. And like, I'm like, everybody's quiet in there. I'm just in tears laughing. And like, Phil literally looks up at the crowd and he's like, you know what? Fuck you guys. I'm out. And then just like walks off stage. It was just one of my,
Do you
like,
remember this, Bill?
Yeah, very well.
I think it was at Bender's, yeah. So or
Yeah.
whatever the place was called. But I don't think anybody will ever understand this. There is something about watching one of your best friends bomb. Like it just is like I don't know. It's one of those like joyous, but like it's because you know how bad it feels to watch. So how bad it feels to bomb. But then when you witness somebody else going through it, it's just fucking magic. So it was great.
Sean, do you have one?
Yeah, I actually, so this was just a shitty bar show, which it was really the equivalent of an open mic. It just, it reminds me though, middle of nowhere. And I
think I know this one.
Oh, if you do, be honest and tell me that you know what I'm saying when I get to the part where I want to know if you really could read me that well. So out in the middle of nowhere, and I'm out with this dude, Morgan Preston.
Juggler.
He's a juggler. But not even because like Phil has an act and I enjoy watching him. So I don't actually want to denigrate what Phil does with the mess that dude provides his audience. But yeah, so he's so we're out in the middle of nowhere and I've been on a million Tribble runs. If you're a comedian, you know what that is. I've been out to Tonopah, Nevada. I've been to all those joints, right? I've been everywhere. And so I've seen a ton of shows, been a part of a lot of shows. This was the very first time for me that I went to this show and Morgan goes up and he's featuring for whoever, some dude that he knows from like Montana or something, who's a headliner and comic. And so he goes up and he does this set, but he has a certain way he does his set. I know it in and out. And when he was doing his set, he left out this like super vital part that has, the setup. It has little pieces, it's got like all the little punch ups, in there. And then it comes to a very like, specific end. Almost to I can't remember if this is it, but it was like, hey, anybody ever had to take a shit? One time I was driving down the street and I was like, it was 20 miles away from something. I saw a gas station. Like, oh shit, I got to go now. So I pulled over and I went. I said, hey, can I use your bathroom? And the guy says, you can't use our bathroom. He's like, I really got to shit. And he's like, okay, it's this whole thing. I'm not going to do
employees only.
Employees only. So I filled out an application. And
it's for employees only. So I said, give me an application. Filled it out. Went in and took a shit. Came back. That's actually a Todd Glass bit. So that's not the actual bit I'm talking about. I was just trying to give you an example. He stole that one too. But anyway, so he goes up on stage and he does like this set where he does this bit, and then he like for some reason changed it up a little bit, and then did like the other side of the bit, and then comes off stage. And so I'm down there eating steak. Now first, everybody in this room knows, but I'm extremely like a stand-up. Oh yeah, I'm extremely.
You're eating steak.
Well, I'm very protective of comedy and comics and their material, and like that's always, I've produced a lot of shows, and that's like my purview of it. So as I'm sitting there eating the steak, then all of a sudden I heard the equivalent out of this new comic that went up, who's the headliner now. So anybody in here ever had to take a shit? And instantly I'm eating and I go, I'm sitting right there and I watch him, and Morgan's sitting on the side of me, and it's like hit me like, what the but you're not registering. And then all of a sudden he does the other, and he does the whole thing. He starts doing the whole thing. So as I'm there, dude, I'm getting red in my face. And before he kept going, as soon as he said that first part, I turned to Morgan. I was like, dude, you want me to fucking say something? What the fuck is happening? He's like, no, dude, no, don't worry about it. I was like, what do you mean don't worry about it? He's like this. So then like a couple minutes later, dude, I'm getting just heated because I'm watching this. And then he tells me, dude, don't worry about it. We share that joke, man.
Which is not a thing.
What do you mean you share a joke? What? So why didn't you both do it tonight? Like go do it in front of him. Dude, gross. So that's one of the experiences I saw at Open Mic.
Which means he stole that joke from
that guy.
Yeah, he
stole the joke, yeah.
And so he didn't do it in front.
Just one of many stories, which I'm going to start featuring on this podcast over time. It's my new thing.
And I knew exactly that was the story you were telling, Sean.
There you go. Yep.
I was going to say, after Phil tells his, I'll tell another one. It's memorable, but I wasn't there, and I should.
Yeah. I think I know which one you're going to tell, Manny.
Yeah. Go for it.
And instead of telling that one because I wasn't there either, I'm going to tell one that's sort of similar. I can't remember if you were there or not, Manny, but this was at a local little open mic up on Capitol Hill in Seattle, and our buddy Anthony, he weighs about $125, $130 tops, at least back then. And
Anthony Robinson.
No,
Calderon.
But anyway, I mean, that's a comic's name too. But anyway,
I know it is, dickhead. And he's a bigger dude, so I made that joke, you piece of shit.
my brain's fried too, Phil. So I missed that one.
It's okay. It's real relatable with our audience.
That's hey, Sean, that's a real comedian in Seattle. That's crazy.
Everybody knows him in the chat, so it's good that
it's
they
for
all
me,
got that joke.
you, Jay, and Manny. They can all ride our laughter. You mother.
It's okay.
You
probably don't remember who's watching the show. It's all right.
Phil might be getting Sean tonight.
Now, see, that makes me sad if you actually think that's getting me.
No, but I love to just poke.
Yeah,
that's
but
like
dude, Phil, boo, dude. People are watching. People are watching. Judging for sure, but people are watching.
Boo-hoo. Oh.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Just so you know, and just as speaking historically, I will win this.
I'm muting out for a second. I have to take.
That's just a historic,
go for it.
Like normality that we've set now. It's patterned and it's in stone.
Right,
anyways, okay.
Nope, because the other thing is I'm much louder than you and have a much better mic.
Cool.
It is cool. And the thing is I can
cool.
we will turn this into a 3-hour fucking podcast. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Keep going, you steamy pile of shit.
I just want to say to everybody watching, this is probably from heat exhaustion that these two are.
No, this is just fun for me.
Yeah.
This is just fun for me.
All right.
This is just a joy.
Feel better about yourself?
No, I don't feel better about myself. I just feel good.
All right, go ahead.
You know, like when you take a meaty shit, like you finally get the shit out of you and away from you, and you can flush it. That's what this is.
Yeah, everybody knows what that's like.
See, because they watch the show.
No, because they all have to shit.
Oh God, dude. Oh fuck. No, I can't. You know what? I'm not going to be a part. This is like Tyson fighting fucking. I don't know some. No, because that's an equal matchup. That's an equal matchup. This is like Logan Paul. Yeah, Tyson.
Yeah,
it's not fair. And then Tyson would just do this. Okay, son.
Go ahead, Phil.
Okay. Anyways, we'll call it a draw for now.
You can't remember?
Yes, I remember. So anyway, Anthony is doing his stage time, and there's somebody in the audience that gets really aggressive, that is picking on him, calling him names and shit. And Anthony has been just drinking, man. He has been putting him back. And so Anthony, if even though he's a light guy, small guy, he's a fighter. He's not going to take shit from anybody, especially when he's been drinking. So this guy, talks shit, and Anthony gets off the stage, has the mic in his hand, walks right up to this guy right in his face, and is like, huh? What are you gonna do? The guy fucking pushes him, and Anthony lifts like a kite in the air and flies about fucking 20 feet all the way across the other side of the room. And as soon as we see that happen, obviously all the comics in the room just start fucking like, what? And there's this one comic, his name was Quincy Jones at the time. Well, I mean, he's still named that, but he started walking towards him, takes his shirt off, and he's just like, "Don't get it twisted, man! Don't get it twisted." And he was about to beat the shit out of this guy, and he finally realized
out attention from the group. That's crazy talk.
The guy finally realized he's not going to win this fight because there's way more of us than him, and he walked out of the room. And Anthony it was funny because we all came to his bat, but he was on cloud 9 because he felt like he totally destroyed that guy. But it was just shit like that happens, man, at the fucking mics. And there's even a more extreme version of that. Yeah, no, go ahead.
Well, I've hosted quite a few open mics. I mean, and they're you get anybody and everybody to come through, and not everybody's mentally stable, not everybody's in their right frame of mind, but I always have this motto to treat everybody, just be cool with everybody, because you don't know. Like, it just takes one person being a loose cannon. So that weekend before this open mic, I'd been working with this comic, Dylan Avila. He was doing a guest spot, and he was like, "Yeah, man, you should come through to the 907. It'll be a really, it'll be packed. It'll be a good show." And I was like, all right, let me see. I just worked the full weekend, didn't really want to go. So I don't end up going. And apparently there was this comic who he was bringing like a dildo and a Bible on the stage, and his jokes just weren't on point. But
I wasn't there this week either.
Yeah, you weren't there that week either.
Not describing
so that wasn't me.
And so the comic comes up to Dylan afterwards and asks him, for advice, like, what can I do to get better? Something along those lines. And Dylan was like, stop doing comedy, like basically like shit on him and like kind of laughed. Well, this guy didn't take that so kindly.
The bar wanted him to stop coming.
Yeah,
the bar told Dylan to tell him to stop coming because like all the patrons there were like, what the fuck, right?
Right. And so this guy, like, it's a weird setup at this club where there's like a bar next to the bar and they're kind of split in half. So this guy kind of waits behind the stage with an aluminum baseball bat. And when Dylan is like, either he's bringing up the next comic or he's just getting off stage, this guy cracks Dylan in the head with an aluminum baseball bat. And then everybody kind of was like, what the fuck? And I guess what? He swung it again. And I don't know if he connected, but everybody jumps on this guy, beat the shit out of him.
Oh, did they? Yeah, they did. They
good.
I mean, Alfred Kachiri was there. Stephen Ward said he was
there.
Were
you there, Jay?
Oh, no, they called me.
Either.
Who was it? Somebody called me. I think I was supposed to go there, but I was not there. But what my favorite part of this whole story is Stephen Ward was like, tell us some of your fondest memories of open mic. And Manny's like, yeah, when Dylan DeVilla got cracked over the head with a fucking aluminum bat.
Dude, I mean, that's some shit that you can't like unhear or unsee. And look at Jay. Jay just had a stroke. So anyways.
Well, he said best / most memorable. So I mean that's very memorable. How can you forget that?
Yeah. So with the moral of the story, be kind to everybody.
Jay's stuck in a weird face right now.
Dude, everything's clear on my end. So.
Okay. Oh yeah, you're just stuck as like a pixelated sideways laugh.
It's so weird too. It must be something with StreamYard itself because I'm getting like 550 download. But anyways,
weird.
One of my fondest is when we did the mic at Parlor Live, and I did a thing that Scotty Lombardo did in Boston at the Tavern at the End of the World, where he would give like 3 or 4 spots as heckle spots. And as a comic, you knew ahead of time you're going to go up and the audience gets to heckle you, comics, the audience, whatever. So you can work on what up, Natasha? That said, you go up and you're going to get heckled. It's so you can work on getting heckled as a comic in the moment. So the one dude, I forget his name, that he was eventually a manager for a little bit at the Comedy Underground, the guy that fucking tried
James
to ban
Milton.
me. Yes. James Milton's up. James Milton's doing his shit, and Mike Cummings from the back, every time he would tell a joke, Mike Cummings would just go, "That's an internet joke," and then the guy he'd say his next one, and Mike Cummings like, "That's a meme. That's a Facebook meme." And the dude Milton lost his. She goes, "What the fuck, man?" He's like, "These are my jokes. What are you talking about?" He goes, "Internet joke," and he's like, "Dude, fuck you, man. What do you?" And then finally, Mike goes, "I'm heckling you. I'm heckling you." And they didn't know what the fuck to do, dude.
Jesus.
Oh, so
Mike was if you knew Mike, man,
he was great.
My
other favorite parlor story for the open mic was when the guy was kind of doing like spoken word. I think it was me and Jay. I don't know if Phil was there.
God.
Quincy Jones was there. There's a video online. I don't know if we should share it because it's kind of fucked up. But basically, this guy goes up. He's like, "We fucking monsters, baby," and he's like, "Yeah, because we got big fucking cojones." And he was like, "And this is such a beautiful day because I was born over here at Bellevue Hospital, and you are here to see me when I am exposed to the world." And I was just like,
Yuck.
I don't know what the fuck that was, but I didn't help the situation. I went back up after him and was like,
yeah.
Who was the gangster guy that used to go to the underground a lot?
I forget
what was his name? It was something gangster. He always be like, "Pussy." You remember?
Was it something like the genius gangster or something like that?
Ah,
or like
fuck, I can't remember now. You don't remember that, Manny?
I don't remember that one.
Intelligent. Wait, was it Intelligent Gangster?
No, it was something similar though. It was like Persuasion Gangster, but not Persuasion either.
Okay. Anyways,
information. I think it was the Information
Gangster.
Gangster. Yeah, the Information Gangster. Yeah, dude, that guy was just insane. Nuts.
One other story. This wasn't an open mic, but it might as well have been. I was doing a charity show on a on a Friday in Miami, and I got in Thursday, and I got invited to do a show at the Miami Improv. And so I was like, "Yeah, sure." And after I accept it, my buddy tells me, he's like, "Oh, it's an all-black show." He's like, "You'll have fun with that." And I was like, he was trying to be sarcastic, and it was Lucas Seeley.
Right.
I was like, I love black shows. They're the fucking best, you know? So I go to the show, and it is an all-black show, and I'm watching the host. He goes up, and he opens it, doesn't really get the audience, doesn't really get them laughing. And so once he's done with his time, then he says, "All right, guys, now, so as I bring these comics up, if you ain't feeling them, you got to boo them. Make sure you boo them. It gets better. He goes, you got to boo them. If you ain't think they're funny, boo them. And those napkins you have on your table, throw them at the comics."
What?
If you don't like it, dude, he goes, "If you don't think they're funny, throw them napkins at the comics." So I'm just like, you got to be shitting me. So I'm now in the green room, and everybody on the show is black except for me and this younger white girl, right? And the white girl is talking about she had just done a show where she got 2 applause breaks. She was bragging about that.
Oh boy.
And I was like, okay. So she's going up first. She's a minute or 2 in, and she says, because she goes, "Somebody just threw a Q-tip at me." There was somebody threw a used Q-tip at her. She goes, "It's right there." At about 3.5, she's only doing 5 minutes. At 3.5 minutes, they start playing "Hit the Road, Jack," and "Don't you come back." They boo her off. And I'm next, and I'm supposed to do 15 minutes, and I'm like, "Oh fuck, here we go." So I think I opened by shitting on her. I had to, but I remember I did my first joke, and it got like that, and then I started cracking up because I was like, "Okay, you guys are set up to not enjoy the show. You guys are set up to boo us all, right?" So I'm like, this is going to be work. So I did my time. I didn't get booed off. I would give myself and that set maybe a 5 or a 6 out of 10, right?
Right.
I'm in the green room, and the white girl, she's like, "Did they boo you?" And I was like, "No." And she goes, "Did they throw anything at you?" And one of the other comics goes, "Yeah, laughter."
Jesus.
And then it was so weird because, like I said, I thought it was just shit set. I just was trying to get through it. But then like these local promoters were like, "Oh man, you killed that shit." And I was like, "No, I didn't. That was fucking, oh, it was brutal." I actually have the video of that girl's set because I wanted to record my set, and I'll send it to you guys.
Shit.
Yeah, I want to see that.
I'll never
That's
forget.
hilarious.
Last one I'll tell is I did one with Kelsey Cook where they put me and her, the only two non Persian people
Males?
on the on the Shahs of comedy, I guess, because there was the TV show The Shahs of whatever. And Kelsey goes up and she just eats it, and clearly and it's so fucked up because I had the perfect line to come up after her. And I was gonna literally start off with, looking at the audience and being like, a woman with opinions, am I right? You know what I mean? And just but I didn't even say that shit, you know what I mean? Because it's not right. PC Manny does know that women's opinions matter more than men. I just want to let you ladies know that. But anyways, yeah, no, I did well at that, but it was just.
Sorry, I was just gonna say BF said getting Carl to laugh from the back was an open mic highlight. Absolutely. So there was Carl Warmenhoven and Ron Reed were like the, what would you call them? The statesmen of the underground. They had been doing comedy forever. Yeah, and they were like the nicest dudes. And I have two funny Ron Reed stories, one involving me and one involving another headliner. So this is early on. I'm doing I think I did a guest spot on somebody else's show, and I did my set, and I had a fine set, but I'm green and it's, basic shit. So I went up to Ron Reed. I was like, like the puppy. Did you see? Did I do good? And he's like, yeah, but I mean, you're just telling dick jokes. I was like, all right, well, guess I gotta start writing more. And then, but he was, he's right. And then the other was, there was a headliner. I won't say her name. We'll just say her name rhymes with Jew Sun Sones. So anyways, this headliner, fuck it, this person was a cunt to me anyways. But they were headlining the underground, and she's in the green room, and Ron Reed's put a few back, so he's pretty blunt. And he goes, I don't know if she asked or what, but he just goes, hey, first, we know you're fat. We get it.
Oh shit.
And then he said, also, quit yelling. You're at a comedy club. You have a microphone. You're not doing bar gigs, so quit screaming. And then he just turned and walked out.
Wow.
I was like, God damn,
Jesus, man.
Oh, so good.
Oh, anyways, that's some of the stories. Is that the only email we had, Phyllis?
That's it for this week. But again, if you guys would like to give us a topic for us to talk about, or do you want to share a story of your own, please write us and give us an email. You could send
Where
that
would they
email.
write us?
Thanks for asking, Jay. They could write us to hwppod@gmail.com. That's hwppod@gmail.com.
Good God.
I was going to say, we didn't bring up, we just touched briefly on Manny's big news last week. Did we want to retouch on that?
About
your
I was thinking
colonoscopy.
we already did, but that was on the other show.
Oh, that was on Love in Black and White. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that colonoscopy. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, man. God, there was a hand all the way. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, like for any of the fans on here that don't follow us on Love in Black and White. Yeah, kid on the way, October 8th.
Black and white.
Yeah, so that is very exciting. A little nervous because I don't wipe my ass all the way, and how am I going to wipe somebody else's ass all the way? And,
Manny knows it's going to be a boy, and his name's going to be Miles.
Miles, yep, and we're going to
Nice.
spell it Miles and not the Myles. And
Good.
so,
Good.
yeah,
Just
right.
good.
Try to make sure that he gets a job.
Do you think you'll call him anything for short? Miles, anything for short? Nickname? You have anything in your head?
Probably like Miles, or you know what I mean? Just I don't know.
Maybe yards.
Yeah, there you go. Yards or inches. Yeah, maybe I'll call him inches. You know what I
Thank
mean?
God he wasn't Canadian born.
Kilometer?
It could have just
That's a carryover from the.
Maybe Millie or Milo.
Millie. Yeah.
What's none
of those would be it. No.
I'm wondering, unless Milo's your name, is Milo actually short for anything? I mean,
First off, you're trying to shorten a name like. So his name's Bob. What are you going to call him for short?
Robert.
No, for short. I said short. I did that on purpose. So, right, there is no short version of Miles. It's just Miles. That is the short version. He got to fit. He's just like, you know what? I'm just going to go straight to the quick. I'm just going to give him a nickname right out the gate. But good question, Phil. Great question.
First off,
You
shout
can
out to
short
everybody.
any fucking name if it has more than one fucking consonant, you dummy.
Do it. Okay, good one.
Okay, here we go. I just want to say first off, thank you to all the people who are saying congratulations. Also, thank you for all the love from the colonoscopy. Greatly appreciated. So back to the fight.
It is actually shocking to hear Phil call somebody else a dummy. How does that? Sorry,
Jesus
dude.
Christ.
I must have hit something there. Sorry,
Okay.
I'll slow it down a little bit. I'll let
Here's
you
a
catch up.
question. Here's a question for you guys, the crew, because a lot of people are saying in the comments, jokingly, but also maybe they want this, is like, we're doing this all night. We're doing a 3-hour blah blah blah. And this would be something we have to plan. We can't do it tonight, but would you guys, Phil, Sean, Manny, be up for doing like a long one of these nights? We'd have to do it, Manny, before Miles is here, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Phil, I mean,
And Crystal's still around, so I mean, she's she can.
The weekend? Can we do a 3-hour one on the weekend?
You get it.
well, last time I tried to do something with you on the weekend, you're like, I have so much to do on the
At
Kane
the
did wake
least-
me up.
At the least 3 of us will be here, and then we'll just see how it goes. Because it's kind of like you can come or you don't have. Nobody's twisting your arm. That's the other side of it. So if you don't want to participate, bro, totally get it. Totally get it.
Yikes.
It's just really how engaged are you going to be? How much are you going to invest? Those are just questions you have to ask. yourself.
I don't know. I still have to eat, make my lunch for tomorrow, go to sleep, at a decent
Who
time.
here in this room doesn't have to do those types of things? You think you're special?
Well, wait,
you're
yeah, but they can. But they're watching
nothing.
it, so they can get up and they
You're
can leave the room and they can
yelling.
go do those things.
Dumb
You
donkey.
dumbass.
I love it.
Wait. I have the perfect day for this. Maybe
Did I
July
just hear a
5th.
bleep? It sounded like somebody bleeped me.
Wait, can we do July 5th possibly? Because it's Monday and everybody's all the way. I mean, everybody's off.
We could
Yeah.
start early. What about that?
Let's have a production meeting about it off air.
Oh, that
Figure
would
that
probably
out.
be professional.
Sure.
Okay. I wanted to bring up this topic. I know we're kind of close on time, but TikTok conspiracy theories.
Yes. So I put that. So I sent you guys that one thing about Mel's hole, and that's
Yes.
not the username of the guy Phil hooked up with. Yeah. So, dude,
His username is Mel's Diner.
So everybody's like,
Oh, shit.
Phil, wake up. So Sean and I have talked about this, how like, why the fuck are we on TikTok? I literally there's so many goddamn conspiracy theories on there, and like people like backing it up, whether you believe it or not, but like they're trying to provide their facts for it. And I sent you guys the one about Mel's hole, this dude in was it Ellensburg, Washington?
Yeah. Yep.
He basically actually just Google Mel's hole, because I don't want to get into it, but I just wanted to say it's fucking dude. I go to bed at night. I used to put on YouTube or something. Now I'm just sitting there with my phone scrolling through TikTok watching all these fucking conspiracy theory shit.
Yeah, and that one's really interesting too. That it's more than 15 miles deep, and there's just a lot of weird stuff. So yeah, you should go watch it. And it's like TikTok is like a minute long. There's like 11 parts, I think. It's like 11 minutes long or something. But it's, like everything nowadays, it's super quick to consume.
I didn't check it out yet, but I remember something about a cat. Did it have anything to do with a cat?
Well, okay, I'll give it as quick as I can on this. There is basically this guy in Ellensburg, Washington. A hole opened up on his property, and it was like, he called it bottomless. He actually measured it, said it was 15 miles deep, and people.
He's a
would throw-
fisherman, right?
Yeah.
And he's a shark fisherman, and he put down lead that far. He put the shit down, and 15 miles, it still wasn't touching the bottom.
Yeah. So, and people would throw trash in there. Some people would throw dead animals and say that these animals would come back to life, would reappear alive. What was it? How did the government find out about it? Oh, he called into Coast to Coast. That's what it is. He called into Coast to Coast, talked about this. Supposedly a plane crash happened on his property. The government came, told him he couldn't come around this hole because they were, dealing with this plane crash. Then they offered to lease the land from him where this hole was at for $250,000. Was it a month?
Yeah.
So he
Holy
said, okay,
shit.
cool.
And
said, okay.
even saying that if you don't take this offer, You know what's fucked up is sometimes we find drug operations on land like yours.
That's right.
So you might want to consider, we don't happen to find anything here.
See you, Sandy. Have safe travels.
And so on Google Maps, or is there any way that you can like verify that there is like a fence or a border that won't allow you to go to a certain area in Ellensburg?
It's whited out, isn't it, on Google Maps?
Blurred. Yeah, they said they blurred it. Yep,
yeah, and
did.
so
no shit.
So when the government offered him this $250,000, he said, "Okay, cool." He went to Australia to work on like wallabies or some shit.
Yeah, saving some Australian thing.
Yeah, came back and he was on a bus and it got in an accident. So the police offered to take him wherever. He wakes up in San Francisco, his belt buckle's missing, and money and all this other shit.
He's in an alleyway.
Yeah, it's just a fucking. There's so much more to it. But just go do a search for Mel's Hole.
and it gets to like a conclusion too. Like the way it goes is basically the military is saying that this is some kind of some people are saying it's a base. Military is being quiet about it, but it is protected by people in the military. People with suits like Men in Black show up and in part of this story. Like it's crazy. But
and then there was it in Nevada? Native Americans. There was one on these Native Americans' land that. He went and visited, and they told him that. What did they say? They said it was some like mythical thing about the hole and all this other shit. It's fucking wild. But dude, I watched so many goddamn conspiracy theories on there that I'm just like, this is
it's it's like those are like the fun conspiracy theories. But I think so like I don't mind those but my problem is when they start throwing around shit like this whole ivermectin thing that's like a treatment for fungus and parasites. But now people are saying that it's supposed to like cure like COVID. It's like
what?
So we know people like that are trying to, pass this off as like a cure for COVID. And it's just like when you follow shit online, you know what I mean? It's come on now. If you're trusting people on the internet you've never met more than your own doctor, like there's clearly a problem.
Sounds like if that leads to having a hybrid child that could be half animal, half human.
Ivermectin.
I don't know. Anybody watch Sweet Tooth?
Oh God, yeah.
But one of the conspiracy theories I saw on this dude had cancer, and they used, or I can't remember. I saved the video. I'll send it to you guys. But he basically took deworming medicine that they give to like animals.
That's what it is. That's the ivermectin thing.
Is it?
Yeah.
And supposedly this cured him of cancer. Yeah.
Good Lord, dude. Come on.
Yeah.
Dude, it's fucking wild, dude. I'm on there all the time. Okay, we have to start wrapping it up because we are at our hour mark. Always leave them wanting more, but maybe we'll do a 3-hour next week.
There you go.
I could get high during that. I know Sean always likes that.
No, not if we're doing a long one.
Absolutely not.
That won't work, dude. That'll end it quick.
Maybe
it'll be a 20-minute one instead.
Mark or the after an hour.
After an hour and a half.
Yeah, no.
If you want it to last 3 hours, you're gonna have to wait 2.5 hours before you.
Yes, agreed.
Okay, let's get our plugs in. Jonathan.
I'm working on still working on going through all the footage from past shows. We've got 24 episodes with this new crew, and that's into the 30s hours with the stuff. So I'm going through, and we're gonna have a bunch of cool new old content, basically putting together some really cool short clips of Phil's technology issues or the fact that he's always got bad timing when it comes to doing the emails. For some reason he always steps over us.
Oh yeah, okay.
And just stuff like that. So a lot of PC Manny parts. So that's coming pretty soon.
I love it.
It looks like everybody in here is saying no to you guys about me getting high. They want me to get high. They're telling you guys, no, don't tell Jay not to get high.
Yeah, again, this is our show though, and they will appreciate the fact that we did that.
Artistic choice.
Cookie's like, absolutely not. Phil, Sean, Manny, let Jay get high. All right.
No, you're lying. Now I'm reading all of them, you liar.
You believe me, you fuck.
I did. I was like, why? And now I read.
Incorrect. Sean, Manny, Phil, let Jay get high. All right, Manny, what do you?
Wow, somebody just posted gullible.
I forgot to give a special birthday shout out to Victoria. So everybody in the comments.
Again?
Well,
did I?
Oh, I didn't even remember. Okay, Jesus. So clearly I'm the person with the memory issues. Anyways, Yeah, nothing going on until the wife gets vaccinated, and then I'll be out and about with Phil touring, doing comedy and shit. So that's about it.
Actually, now I want Jay to get high because I don't like all this sober as fuck talk.
Join me, Jay.
Yeah,
Oh, sober. I thought you meant getting high.
yeah. That
No,
means something on a million
Victoria's
different levels.
milky. This has been like 3 episodes.
God,
She's
I
gotten a
felt-
birthday shout out. Jesus.
How do people know it's her birthday?
Because she keeps saying, you didn't give me a birthday shout out.
I love it.
Happy 45th, Victoria. Jesus. All right.
I'm with you, Elizabeth Johnson.
She's older than me.
I miss Phil on
She
the
misses
Phil Fox detox.
detox. Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's
Ooh.
old school. We should
That's
you can
a throwback.
you know what you
Shout
should
out
do
Elizabeth.
is bring back and do Phil Fox detox of stories of people you stay with. All right. What are you plugging, Phyllis?
Well, we're always looking for housemates, so you can apply to live here with me. No, yeah, just keep following us, keep checking us out week to week. I'll be here for you guys.
And if you'd like to
At
have sex,
like the animal and everything.
and
For
if
you
you'd like
guys,
to
he's
bang-
talking to
If you want to
people
fuck me, hit me
listening.
up in the DMs.
Emphasis on the D.
Did you hear the sentence though? If you want to fuck me, like
Subtlety.
Hit me in the DMs. the
Nobody
dick mouth.
does. That's why I say it. It's pretty obvious. I mean, I'm not going to get one fucking hit up. Nobody's going to hit me up. That's why I can say something like that, because I know the outcome.
Yeah, Hoover.
It's
Hoover
me
and-
sitting in my bed with my dick in my hand. That's the outcome.
great picture.
Sorry to the McCann family.
Oh, no, they're long gone from this thing, man.
I'll plug. I'm at Laugh Factory, Las Vegas this weekend. Following weekend, I'll be at Looney's in Colorado Springs, and then coming up, I'll be in Lake Havasu, Arizona, Nashville, Chattanooga, and then where's Jokesters is at? I think in San Antonio. But you can go to Big Irish J for all the dates and everything. And until next time,
I wish Phil would just say.
Bye.